Hello and welcome to my channel, Redeeming Thunder. I'm here to give you a wonderful prophetic word regarding the prodigals. And this word was given to me on 12/23/2024. So it's going about a little over a year ago, because we're now in February, early February 2025. And I am starting to give all of the prophetic words given to me by Ruach HaKodesh regarding the prodigals due to getting the green light to do so. And this word is timely. This word seems to work hand in hand with the month of Shevat, the 11th month on the Jewish calendar, and that means to be fruitful, to receive the harvest, to start seeing the almond blossom. So this is the very first tree that blossoms in the year is the almond tree. And nature is very prophetic in the land of Israel. So that is where our Creator, the Most High, our Father, sets His appointed times within watching the seasons, watching the even to the point of the wheat becoming abib. Okay, that means ripe for harvest. The barley. Okay, so He watches the moon in the land of Israel. And so the new moon, when the new moon becomes about just a sliver of moon in the sky, okay, so like you can't really see anything, that would become a new moon. And so He does His appointed times on the new moon. But besides all that, so I want to share this wonderful prophetic word regarding how, if you have been in wait for your prodigals to return, or you're waiting for your husband prodigal to return, hallelujah, wait no more, because now is the time. Now is the time that Yahuwah is stating pivotal breakthrough. So the prophetic word given was tsaphah, samak. And when I researched in Hebrew, because Ruach HaKodesh speaks to me in Hebrew, also in English, but usually in Hebrew, that is how I get these prophetic words. Some stands for to set, okay, to put in place. And he is talking about a table is being placed for the prodigals. The table is set. Hallelujah. When I researched the word apostrophe O-L, that has to do with the yoke. So how He is setting the table and how He is bringing forth breakthrough within the prodigals is He is allowing the prodigals to withstand their speech. Basically, hush, okay? Less is more. They've been getting in trouble with what rolls off their tongue, okay? Becoming unrighteous, what they have been stating. Maybe profanities, maybe it could be cursing, maybe it could be negative comments that triggers many more issues in the relationship, And that's why it's been quite difficult to bond with the individuals, because they have something to say and it was negative. Okay? But in this hour, Yahuwah is breaking the yoke around the neck. And he is causing a supernatural divine breakthrough. And it's not only maybe the negative things, it was the negative mindset, feeling like they didn't have the capability to think another way, or the courage to become someone else other than who they've been all this time. Okay, and it's giving scriptures reflecting the story of Moses when he was given the task to go back to Egypt and stand up for the Israelites and help with their deliverance. Well, this is the thing. Moses didn't want to do that. I know that Yahuwah, Creator Almighty, is giving him a wonderful task, but not everybody takes the call. They're afraid. Maybe they don't like, they have stage fright. Maybe they don't see that their gift in prophetic word. They don't see their gifts of the Spirit. So they can't see it. Well, now the yoke has been broken, and they're going to be able to see. And Yahuwah is going to bring divine assistance. So with Moses, he probably had a stutter or something where he could not articulate. He felt he didn't have the skill to articulate what the Israelites needed to hear, and to also stand up to Pharaoh. Okay, maybe there was some intimidation there, because Moses had history with Pharaoh. He was part of that family, if you recall. He was also somewhat in line for the throne. Okay, they were considering him. He was found in the river, and then the family adopted him, and he was living that life of royalty. And life happened, and he left for some time. He got married. He now saw a supernatural phenomenon in a burning bush and was being called. All right? So that's what's going to happen to the prodigals. They're going to have a supernatural encounter, and it's going to be quite intimidating. So they're not going to want to take it. But guess what? They're going to, because they're going to see that a divine help. So Aaron came into play, his brother. And Aaron was going to be the one to articulate, to speak on behalf of what Yahuwah was speaking to Moses about. And there's going to be a divine assistance, so they can speak up to that spirit of Pharaoh in their life. Hallelujah for that. So that is what's needed. They needed to hush and mature. Okay? But they also needed divine assistance. And there's going to be the breakthrough. And this is the journey of the prodigals returning home. Now the next word is tsaphah, and it talks about one is to be watchful, okay, to be paying attention, because you're going to be to a watchman on the wall to warn the people. That's what it means. But there's another tsaphah that it's at play here, and the first one is pay attention, because you're going to start noticing a different personality come through in the prodigals. You're going to start seeing them catch themselves from what they used to fall and into this negative rut. You're going to see them catch themselves and parent a different way. Have a little bit more patience. Catch themselves from not cussing as much. You're going to notice that they're going to be catching themselves and zipping it up. Okay? When they don't have anything nice to say. You're going to see them speak up when something's off. Something is off and it's not righteous. It's not morally correct. You're going to see them arise. It's giving a verse. I believe it's in Isaiah. It's saying to set the table, to eat, to drink. Arise, princes. Not the princesses anymore. But at this time, we're not talking about that. I'm talking about the prince. So, the man of the house. The prodigals' spouses are returning. Now, if you're waiting for them to return and they were in the home, you're going to see a different personality breakthrough. Okay? You're living in the home with the prodigal spouse. You're going to see, hallelujah, a person with a heart. Why? Because Yahuwah is giving prodigals new hearts in this hour. So if they have a new heart, they're not going to talk the same. Okay? The princes, your sons that are prodigals, you're going to see them behave differently. You're going to see them, they're going to be unveiled. Okay? And they're going to be understanding what it is to be a gentleman and how important it's needed. They're going to see what it is and what it takes to be a son of the Most High, and how there is a life, a special life, a favor given to those who follow his commandments. So they're going to be hungry to follow Yahuwah's covenant, stay in covenant and follow his commandments. Now, there's another word, tsaphah, that has to do with in Exodus. And it has to do with when Aaron is assisting Moses. Aaron is assisting Moses to confront Pharaoh with the plague with releasing the Israelites, right? Because they're in captivity. And when they do not, Pharaoh refuses, there's a staff of authority there. And guess what happens? There's a plague that's been released. And that's the plague of blood in the river. So any water will turn to blood. Okay? And I'm not sure if I was talking about the water's going to be contaminated. I'm not exactly sure, or if it's going to be sort of like only contaminated for those who have a wicked tongue, who refuse to release the captives. I'm not entirely sure if he's actually going to turn the water red blood. I'm not exactly sure to the full extent of what Yahuwah is talking about here. All I know is when you read into the commentary, it's talking about the sin causes the water to turn to blood. Okay? So that's in the works in this hour. And the last word is samak. So Yahuwah, with that word, he means he sustains. So his hand is upon the situation. He supports, and he is the one that sees all, and he has everything in his control. And he is the one that's going to be providing supernatural resources. All right? Under his shadow of protection. Hallelujah. And so stay tuned, because I'm going to be continuing to release the rest of the prophetic word regarding the prodigals returning. Brand new, renewed, a heart transplant, and hallelujah, that the yoke has been broken. Because this is the appointed times that you've been finally waiting for your prodigals to return. Shalom.